Hello everyone, I'm going to be starting out with the stir meal here on today's stream. If you have any tank requests, like usual, feel free to put some in. I'm going to do my best to get to plenty of them and also try to get a little bit further on some of these grinds. I was looking, a little bit ago, I posted in chat, but I noticed, I'm grinding this tank, the TVP VTU, the AMX 5100, and the RU-251. The last two, they're not that bad for their tier, but they're not exactly tanks I play well in. But I'm grinding for tanks right now that, are a little bit different than kind of what I'm used to. I was surprised last stream, I was definitely a little burned out on grinding. I almost caved in and bought the Borsig, but I decided, I might as well wait a little bit longer. I'm gonna head south. Unfortunately, we don't have that many people heading there, but putting my gun over like in this area, I don't think I'll be able to get too much done there, given the amount of people heading that way. Not a good sign already. Nice to see everybody popping in the chat though. Sorry Slack, I don't have the SU-101. I do have a full list, it's in the video description below. It's my tank request list. It has every tank that you can request during the stream on it. Or you can type !tank request, and that looked like it was gonna hit there. It'll pop the URL up for that, or URL. And I'm glad that you guys are getting notifications for the stream. They don't really work for me. Granted, I am, subscribed to myself, but they don't work for Ryan all the time either. It's like 50-50. Oh god. I waited way too long for that, and I couldn't move my gun anymore to the left. At least he killed him, but still, I should have been able to kill that guy. The thing that gets me the most of this, I can play with a tank with no armor. I can deal with the rear turret, but it's the mobility and the left and right gun movement that kind of kill it for me when you package it together with other shortcomings. But I'm reluctant to really push anywhere because if I get myself too far like towards the town, I'm just gonna die. But I have a feeling they have more in the south than just a Hellcat here. I'm gonna try to help this guy out, but I have not done a very good job yet. But I kind of said to myself I was gonna try to play this safer than I have been, at least for my first battle, and obviously it did not work. Yeah. I say I'm not feeling that sick, but my throat and like tonsils are all swollen a bit, so I'm hoping my voice doesn't kind of go here. Yep, they have a Strev 74. I'm too big and I'm getting hit from the side, but at least I killed a Hellcat. But yeah, I figured I'm giving it one more stream here for this tank to where I'm gonna grind out, a few more battles in it at the very least, and I might end up pushing past it, but yeah, we'll see. I would say that's the least favorite tank I've played in probably quite some time. Well, thanks for the sub, Slack. Feel free, you can request another tank. We have the request command you see people using. As long as I have a tank, I, add it up there. So I have the Indian Panzer up first for a request. But nice to see everyone here. early. Granted, you know, it's not early for everybody here. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. Yeah, yesterday I I kind of screwed up and I put it a day early, the stream this morning. Sorry for anyone that got notifications yesterday about streaming. I was a day off on my time. Which hasn't been any news so far about, you know, any changes to when the next patch is releasing. It should be at some point, I believe, very early next week. No real changes on them, you know, rebalancing anything from now until then. We should see very quick turnaround to where once this releases, they're gonna, it'll either be a sandbox test or, you know, they might do a public test for it, but I think it might be sandbox only. For the HD maps coming in March. But we'll see. But it should be a pretty quick turnaround to hear stuff about that. The only new news I've seen was from other, you know, wargaming games, and they released like another video of an upcoming, I forget the name of it, it's a Polish map, it's very wide open. It's probably going to be one of the most wide open maps in the game when it's released, which is good. You know, we need more of those. Alrighty. Really concerned about Artie. Well, let me just sit it in the open a little longer. I don't have any of those scrub. I only have up to the AMX 5100. Slowly but surely grinding that line. Hoping these guys aren't aiming here. Get a cheap shot off. I don't think they spotted me. I could be wrong now. We have plenty of people on this side. Our other side is not going to last that long, so why are you saying help, T10? No, like, nobody's firing at you right here. Come on, we need to start pushing here. Like, I'm trying to poke. I'm not gonna like just rush out and into the middle of the entire enemy flank here, but I'm taking. Oh, okay, just push me out of the way there. It's all right. But like, we need him to start pushing. Like, I might just end up pushing to get this T-29 out or something to get us moving a little bit. But that T-26 and Tiger, they're not gonna last forever over on that other flank. Centurion's getting lucky. Like, I critted him a couple times. Alright. I'll give that super person credit though. He is definitely holding his own. Say, I'll gladly let him ram me if I can. There we go. Get him out and the HWK doesn't die. Yeah, I haven't had too much luck with the AMX 5100 yet, but I kind of knew. Alright, I'm not too surprised. I just got RD'd a couple times. I kind of knew it's not exactly a tank type I play very well, big with no armor. I like tanks with at least a little bit of armor on their turret fronts. Come on, T10, you can do it. There's still Hardy back here. I'm gonna head for them since it doesn't look like they have anybody. Looking at, you know, they have 5 tanks left, 3 Arty, and yeah, it doesn't look like they have any on this ridge line unless it's a SP1C. I picked this shirt specifically for that reason, Randall. I know that this is kind of my good luck shirt. Alright, don't back up too much, SP1C. Which, we should have this at this point. Honestly, I don't know what the Super Pershing did over there. It looked like he just backpedaled and they never pushed hard enough, but he won this game for us. Well, he or she, but I don't know how much damage or whatever they caused, but yeah. They held back 4 or 5 tanks by themselves. Currently the only person to actually die, but gotta love it when it works out like that for your team. I'm not gonna press my luck, but they're probably aiming at me. I've missed a lot of shots in this though. Usually you don't find too much of that. It's a pretty accurate gun. Alright, let me add up some other... Assuming that's the T71DA, T110E5, EVEN 90, S7, T20. Oh, at least 2 scrub. You're almost done the grind with that. I'm looking a little bit more towards... okay, I guess I got a... the top 10% of distance traveled over the month. That's strange. I've never seen this before. But I just got what? I got I got a 1 premium consumable. that's different. I was like, what are they sending me now? Top 3 damage though. This guy did a good job, but specifically the Super Pershing did a pretty good job holding him back. I think I got all the tank requests that were requested there up. I'll hop into the T32 then. I'm still kind of waking up a little bit. Like, I don't feel sick, but I definitely have something wrong with this area here, where I feel a little bit drowsy. So hopefully I wake up a little bit more. Hello, Azeroth and Leonard. Say the 50B is what I'm looking for. I don't know what you mean by that, Cosmin, but I see that's what they came up in order on my screen. I see why, Cosmin. When you do a request, it's exclamation point requests. You don't put any space or anything in between. It's right up over the minimap, what you type in. That's why yours didn't show up before. Well, the AMX 50B is the more mobile of those, but really it's really the only tank I'm looking forward in this line. They did kind of change around to tier 9 within, I think it's still the past year, and I like that a little bit more, given the changes they did to it. Thank you very much, Kringspeak, for the tip. I just got really confused. I thought I was heading, oh god, I thought I was heading left. Honestly, I did not think I was heading straight up. Oh god, there's an FCM here. I've got to blow and get my track fixed. At least they got a hit on him, but I literally did not think I was going straight down the map here. Maybe that, a lot of you guys know I do not drink at all. Maybe the 150, or what is it, cruising 151, that I gargled to kill whatever's in my throat this morning is having some effect on me. We have that like left over from like 2 or 3 years ago from like I'm afraid to push on these guys just because of my ammo rack. I think I'll be fine now. Really? A 0 damage critical hit? Awesome. Well, at least he can't penetrate me much, but exactly why I'm worried is pushing in here. I'm glad he's dead. But I can't actually, you know, shoot. There we go. Yeah, we've had that for a while here. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Yeah, it's all good, Cosmin. I just thought I'd point it out. I'm glad you're here, Tanya. Hopefully I can cheer you up a little bit since you're sick. Alright, finally got my ammo rack back. My team's doing decent. I'm trying not to take any damage from this Tiger 1. So I'd like to retain what HP I have left. He's not going to shoot at me. Took the chance that he'd bounce, but now I'm just going to push straight ahead. We got the other flank over to my right. I don't know. I don't think I can hit this. Okay, yeah, I can. If I can actually aim in. The T-32, like, I personally think the easiest way for them to fix it would just be slap the T-26E5's gun on it. You know, the Patriots, the 90mm, because that's what the tank was actually designed to have, the T-32, like a high velocity, high penetration 90mm gun. I think if they did that, it would fix the tank. Otherwise, you know, with the 105, they just need to buff the aiming time and maybe the overall accuracy on it, and it would go a long way to where if they didn't want to change it too drastically, that would definitely help out. Because right now it lacks a lot, but the most damning part of it is the accuracy is just terrible along with the aiming time and on the move accuracy and you know, there's not too much to like about the Top Gun on the T-32. It's good on the T-29, but at least I was top tier here. Ended up with 2300 damage, a little bit assist, a little bit of block, and 3 kills. I definitely got lucky though, considering I was going in a different direction than I thought I was in the beginning. Hello Mojo and Tommy. But yeah, at the very least, yeah, I made it through there. I'm gonna get this guy. I'll do repairs just because I'll swap it to safe stowage once he gets 100%. Pretty good match though. Most amount of damage in it. Really quick, easy battle. You know, being top tier, the gun works there, but once you start facing 9s and 10s, it's difficult. Or if you're shooting something, say like a VK100 or 1P, you have to kind of use, say, like a premium round against it. So I'm gonna hop into the RU-251 here. It's all good, Azeroth. I hope your tank, I hate to say adventures, but your tank training's going well. It sounds fun. I don't know if I'd be cut out for it, but it sounds like you're having fun at least with it. Yes, I basically here I have water, I've got coffee, and also I've got tea. Hello, Steve. Yeah, like the ammo rack, I could have swapped between either one of them, like fix my track or fix the ammo rack there. I chose the track because it was the safest option, because I shouldn't have pulled out, given that most likely either there already was going to hit me alongside that IKV that hit me early on, or, you know, someone else did, like the FCM. But had I been permatrack there, I would have definitely died. Okay. Let's see if I can get a little cheapy damage off here. Let's say he pushed a little bit too fast. Got a HE shell loaded up because that has pretty good pen if I can actually pen him, but the overall accuracy on lights isn't that great to where actually hitting here's another thing. Still, at least I'm annoying this guy. Okay. Just seeing if he's gonna make another mistake. They might pull back thinking, ah, I'm closer to the corner, they're not gonna be able to hit me. But right now it looks like the enemy set up more on the other side, which bodes well for us. Crap, the Centurion, I thought I could hit him. I was getting really close to second guessing myself there, and I probably should have. But I'd like to help this side, because right now, you know, if I can get a shot or two to help them, I'm not going to be able to get over there before they need it. But time to start pushing here. I don't think I'm going to get many other... No, I'm not going to get any other chances here. I pick and choose Grigsby with resetting to where usually it's only, say, the loader or he's actually gonna get me. It's usually only the loader or like the commander where I'll reset and get safe stowage or you know, 6th sense once I get to like a full crew skill. To where it's a little bit less, you know, than it seems, but it still does add up. I only do it when it's on sale too, and if I remember. So but there's nothing wrong with, say, like what I had there, like Brothers in Arms and the second skill, picking like safe stowage if you need it. Let's say I didn't want to shoot up there, but I have to. There's nothing wrong with doing that, you know, just playing without the skill for like 30-40 battles, but I just know those 30-40 battles for me are going to come across like a year. So I'd rather have the skill in between now and then and guess, you know, suck it up and spend 100 gold. Or if we're wargaming. This year they did state they plan on simplifying the crew system a little bit, making it more friendly to newer players, since basically they're at a huge disadvantage for crew skill wise, and also, you know, starting with 50% crews on a lot of their tanks. So if they ever do change that pretty drastically, their kind of policy is they'll give free resets out once they do that for a patch. I wouldn't bank on that though, but it'd be very nice for me. Almost 2,000 damage though. Our team did a very good job to where I was very glad I didn't have to, like, you know, push too hard or anything in that tank. So let me get into the next guy here, T10 heavy. Levi's extra tired today. Let's say it's actually gonna, I think, snow here today. Is I don't think we're supposed to get a lot, but it's like, you know, pretty crappy and gloomy outside. Typical New Jersey winter day. Okay. Lakeville. Lakeville seems to be like my arch nemesis when it comes to maps in the past like week. I like Lakeville. It's not a perfect map, but you know, I do kind of enjoy playing it. It just depends on how many people actually go to the valley. I think if they fix the valley a little bit, basically just widen it a little bit, and maybe, you know, if they widen this and basically like, you know, make it less of a chokehold, but still keep it a little difficult to push through if your team's actually defending it, I think that would help out quite a bit. I'm not going to trust my team to spot, so instead of, I usually just push right down the road. If you're in a fast heavy, you're typically safe, but coming from last stream where I was in the IS4 on that challenge, I believe it was this map, and I got absolutely blasted because my team all stopped. Even though we had like 4 people who could have spotted. I'm not taking that chance again. That's just kind of like a little marker though, that building. You can turn after that, and the majority of the time you won't get spotted if you turn after that little building. Since they haven't released, or no, you're talking about the Object 257 being replaced. I believe what happens with that is, I could be mistaken, but I think you get the Object 257, you retain the T10, and I think you get a new crew for the T10. There's off the top of my head, I don't know for sure, but usually Wargaming's pretty fair with what they do when they're swapping tanks around, to where you should be able to find it if you look, like Google World of Tanks like 9.22 tank changes or something, either on the dailybalance.net or readastatusreport.live. They had articles up there stating what the crews were going to be doing. So I'm trying to see, oh, he's still pushing. I was trying to see if there's anyone there, but they have a lot of people in the base, good and bad. The southern team, if they camp like this, it can be more difficult than it seems to actually push on them. It's just your team's pushing out very far. As you can see, ours in the south having to engage them, and this is a pretty defensible position if you can't flank them. I'm gonna try to stay here just because we don't have anybody here. Awesome, caught him just in time. Piling everyone dead ahead here, you take a lot of damage from the base and also from arty, but moving through these buildings you're somewhat safe. Not entirely, but I'm looking to see if this T10 is going to give me... Crap, I got a little too far there. T10 doesn't look like he's going to give me a shot on him. Alright. T28 Proto, I'm going to load up a heat round here, just because the likelihood of me penning him's lower than I'd like. I'm really surprised to see this guy pushing. I don't know what he was thinking, but luckily the enemy team isn't playing this as well as it looked like they were going to. But pushing to the right of this building, I can get hit like through this little gap here, but there's these few rocks here that provide you a bit of cover. And not much damage again. So I'd say I had heat just in case the prototype popped over, so I could punch through his turret easier. But pushing through here is much safer than there because it's much lower than the enemy base, where the only way they can hit you is if they pull out, and if you have people in the center, people over there, they're going to get shot up pretty well. I'm not entirely safe here. We're only up by 2 tanks, and I'm a little bit out ahead here to where, while they do have shots near the base, yeah, I can't exactly pull into a FV-183 here very well. And our arty doesn't have any shots right now. Awesome. That helps though. I'm much more inclined to push into an OHO than I am a FV 183. Not a good time for an alarm. I probably should have pushed a little bit sooner. That was a really bad shot on my part. I should be able to take him out before me, but we'll see. Alright, here's the ELC EVEN. I guess I don't know what... We have tanks that are full HP behind us that need to push on up here. We might actually lose this if they don't move up here shortly. I took that shot knowing Ascent 7. I'd rather get hit by him than a Scorpion G. Especially because he has the smaller gun on him. But this T-57 is going to hurt if he pulls around on me. But right now they don't have many options available to them for resetting. We only got 10 seconds left. We got this. Because the T-57, I don't know where he went. Never mind. It's drive right off the cap. Really hope that we don't regret that. Because this Ascent 7 is doing a really good job. I'm honestly surprised he's penning me as much as he is, but you know, T-10 doesn't exactly have a ton of armor. Alright, I'm gonna poke and see what this T-57 did. Huh. They're literally camping around the corner. I am really glad he is, though. Oh lord, this ELC EVEN got around. There we go. Honestly, their T-57 sitting there, they lost the match. They could have won. If they took me out, they probably... Yeah, that was literally the only chance they had, was if this T-57 pushed in. That's honestly, like... Yeah, that's really poor sportsmanship there to not help your team out. I'm just going to stay here. I don't want to give this guy the satisfaction of killing me, but if I get an extra shot, I'll take it. Or I was trying to track there. Oh, T-28's pushing in, so I'll bite. I'll probably not get a chance to hit him though. He's got one more shot after this. Here we go. Top Gun. Hello, Palladium. Nice to see you. I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing? Hello, GG. Nice to see you too. And Matthew. But yeah, the T-57 camping. Hey, I don't know. I don't blame him too much, but it definitely wasn't the right choice for him if he wanted to win. Got a Master Badge First Class though. Top Gun Award. Not the most amount of damage because I was hitting a lot of low HP tanks, but the most amount of experience though, and 6 kills to go with it. So pretty good match there. And I assisted with 2300. Didn't block much. The T10, you know, it doesn't have too much armor going for it, but as far as the crew placements, you know, and how they are for 9.22, there are, you know, a few things up about it if you look at either one of those World of Tank blog websites. I think that they might, thinking about it a little bit more, you're gonna keep the T10. I think the crew stays with the T10, and then the Object 257, I think they give you that as well with a crew in it. If they don't do that though, then it'll just be unlocked. Kind of like how I recently had to grind the KV4 and ST1, to where you don't have those. They're unlocked, you just need to purchase them. They might do it that way, to where your crew should stay with the T10. This person's so angry. That's hilarious. I wonder, what battle was that? Was it this battle? Yeah, it was. It was the T-57. Of course I knew where you were. You're camping in the valley. That's hilarious. Oh my god. Well, I guess I cheated there, guys. Anyway, let me hop into the T95. It's like, where could that T-57 heavy be? Our team, has the entire map spotted, and we've killed almost everybody except for him. Where could he be hiding? Oh god. Anyway, T95's up next. Yeah, that's just too awesome. But the T10, it plays differently than Object 257, but I like the tier 10, the T10. You lack a little bit of armor against tier 8 through 10s, but even if tier 8s are shooting regular rounds and they're not a tank destroyer, you can bounce a lot of shells from them. But it's better than some think. It's actually the most played tier 9 heavy tank in World of Tanks too. Granted, the IS-7's, I believe, the most played tier 10 heavy tank, or at least most owned. I guess I'm gonna head out on this side. It's the safer pick of the flanks, for a T95. Although they already have a T95 over here too. What the hell? I'm gonna go center. I might regret doing this, but I'm just looking at their team. They have an IS-7, maybe a Conqueror, maybe a T10, T95. They'll probably be the tanks over here, to where that's a pretty even matchup. Again, I might regret doing this, but we'll see. Thought I had a little sliver of that guy, but no. Hello Abdul, nice to see you. If I actually responded to those people, I guess it's stay in school. Because it's pretty obvious where that guy was. He was either sitting in the valley there, or he was pushing through the valley to kill our arty. There's no other place he could have gotten past me, given that I had seen him, about a minute or two before I actually pushed around that corner. Just got to keep an eye that nobody pops over on that flank. The T10's the only one right now that could hit me there that we see. I have faith that my team's going to do well over there. It looks like they have a pretty good matchup there. Plus they outnumber them. Thank you, Labobo, for the tip. Even though I think you have the volume off since you're at work. Here we go. Spotted some peeps here. Alright, I am alone, which I thought I had at least one person with me, but I be wrong. Oh, I could have hit the Sheridan. Should have hit the Sheridan, and I get bounced off of him. Thank you, AMX. You're my savior. Oh no, the ELC. That was anticlimactic for him. I knew he was gonna die though. That worked out better than I thought. I'm like, I'm just gonna drive up the middle because they're gonna win the left flank. I didn't expect those two lights to push on me, which they almost got me, but you know, fortunately my team came in time. But that's where, like, I could have went, you know, if you look over on the peninsula on the mini-map, I could have went over there. You know, I could get a little bit more damage out of that, but I didn't think I was actually needed there to hold the flank. I'm not too keen on pushing the peninsula because typically you take way too much damage. I'll take a crap shot there. Yes, you know, some people, like with 6th Sense, like Wargaming has floated around the idea to just give it to every tank. It's not a crew skill anymore, it's, you know, it's just part of the game. I think that would go a long way with preventing some people from claiming that you hack if everybody just has 6th Sense. But at the same time, some people, if they're not spotted and lit up by the light bulb, but they're sitting like in an obvious spot or literally in the same spot that they're spotted at, they think that they're immune to all fire. No, they're not. Pretty decent match though, just for, you know, I didn't really pick an area to where I was going to get shot up much and be able to block stuff, but 2400 damage is kind of filling a little hole where typically you don't see many people push through here because it's high risk, you know, getting flanked and stuff, or if your team gets stuck here, there's a lot of areas you can get shot at. But it worked out this one. Okay, so T25-2. You get into that next. Then I'm gonna pop into a grind before we get into the, it should be the IKV, not IVK. But quick little match there. Thank you, teammates, for saving me. T25-2 here. Gotta fix that. There we go. They haven't stated specifics, but you know, with reworking the crew system, they did mention that they are doing it this year, or at least it's the plan to do it this year. It honestly should make them more money if they, I wouldn't want them to simplify it too much, because I do like the amount of different options you can do with crews. As far as like crew skills, I don't want them to go like World of Warships where you get one crew member per tank and you just, you know, how they have the captain and you pick from there out of a tree. It's probably the easiest way for them to go, but I think, you know, they should keep the crew set up to where each tank has like, say, 4, 5, 3 stuff crew members. But I think they'll just end up getting rid of the 50% through 100% skill for the, you know, the basic training for a crew member, to where that will make it a lot easier for people to get into the game and thus bring them more money, because more people, you know, new players are playing the game, and it's not this huge, not even learning curve, because while World of Tanks has a pretty steep learning curve, given the maps, tons of different tanks, and game mechanics aren't the best explained, it's not even a learning curve, it's just straight out unfair to new players, the crew system. And also the equipment system, to where that's probably what they're going to focus on the most, is simplifying it and making it a little bit more balanced, especially in the lower tiers. I think they could go as far as just not letting crew skills or something work at low tiers. I think that could be an option. I'm just guessing based off a, like, saying Total War Arena. It's not Wargaming developed, but they are publishing it and have made a lot of changes since they took over publishing. Basically in that game, if you have a high level commander, it will not work. Like certain skills, the high level ones, will not work in low tier units. Something like that I could kind of get behind. I forgot to turn off all my alarms today. And say, since I stream late on Sundays, when it's a Monday, I had to set like so many alarms just so I get up. So Levi's not sitting there, and he starts like kicking me in bed. Or he like jumps on me. Say, ooh, me against a Rudy I am fine with. Me against a Rudy and an E25? No. However, I do need to kind of bluff here, because my other guys are a little bit too far away to help. You're getting really close to getting shot though. Oh, there's a Skoda T25 too. Come on guys, help. I think I'll be safer this way, but not by much. Yeah, E25 got me. But oh well. I almost always die going up here. I don't know why I chose to go up here either. We should though. Granted the ELC EVEN has to reload forever, but we should still win that. But there we go. Awesome. Yeah, they got it. I don't know why I push up there though. Usually it's one of those areas to where you can still help your team, but you typically have a high rate of death. Alright, so let me hop into a grind here. I'll play the TVP. Well, Grigsby, it's not giving away. It's they've done it before. You know, if they change a part of the game, and they've done it in World of Warships a lot, to where they would just take 6 cents away from the perks for crews and just build it in as default for the game. And then basically everyone's crews get reset and you reassign crew skills to them. Or maybe if they just say simply do just 6 cents, they would just reset commanders. Something like that. They wouldn't just, you know, that wargaming, for as much as people complain and hate them, they don't do stupid stuff like that to where they're trying to piss people off. Nah, the map rotation, you know, with the new matchmaker, you know, love it or hate some parts of it, the matchmaking rotation, or the map rotation, in the matchmaker for individuals, it does work out pretty well to where you won't see the same map over and over, say like 2-3 times in a row. Like if you have assault and encounter ticked off, you might see back to back, but very unlikely. But that part of the matchmaking, you know, it is working as intended. I don't know if, I don't think they'll go, you know, buying crew skills, because that would lessen, say, like the experienced players grind, because a lot of people, you know, grind out crew skills in premium tanks and stuff. But I think they'll just do away with the 50, every crew basically will be 100%. They'll just get rid of that. That's my guess on what they'll do, because that's basically the one element that is purely against new players, where it does make them money. That guy, he got set on fire twice. I'm just gonna watch him burn, because that's a thing of beauty when you're on the enemy team. One of their only tier 10s, no fire extinguisher, and he's done. Hey, are you gonna push left? No. I say, I don't know where this LTTV is going. He was just kind of sitting out in the center. Being in this tank, I'm not too inclined to like push crap, I guessed wrong. As I say, I know the LTTV is really zippy. I don't have a shot here given This rock. Here we go. That worked out pretty well though. Not going to be a very good match for me, but we're going to win at least. We're up 9-0. At least I'm getting good teams today when I'm in tanks grinding. Yeah. A little bit different than the last stream where I was like having to pull myself out of like a hole like 5 tanks down in the first couple of minutes. But yeah, that's the ups and downs of any PvP game online. I'm just gonna try to get another shot because I only got, you know, I literally only got 274 damage. Wasn't that I wasn't playing that aggressive, it's just our team did that well. Okay. Yeah, I knew I couldn't have a, or didn't have a high chance to pet him frontally to where I should have just taken a shot on the side when I had the chance. Hello, Anta, nice to see you. But yeah, not a really good match on my part, but at least we won. We just steamrolled them. Nothing other to see there. So let's get to the IKV. There we go. Making sure I had the right tank there. Another E5 request, sure thing. Yes, he could have had a fire extinguisher, but I don't think he had one, but he might have. I just think he just got shot up so much it didn't show it, but would have been nice though. Anyway, I'm top tier. I guess I'll stay here in the beginning, but I'm probably gonna end up in the center. Just sitting back here, I'm not able to really push over the hills. I'm just gonna see if they need help here. If not, I'm gonna set up down this way to take shots this way. I can even take shots here if they're pushing through the town. Nice. I don't know. I spotted the Tiger P. How about that? Knowing that, I'm just gonna pull back a little bit further. Of course I missed. Kind of my fault though for not aiming at him. I thought the heavy tank number 6 was going to pop up first. But looking at this, I highly doubt that the Tiger P is ever going to push over now. And it looks like they put most of their people in the south, so I should have went with kind of my gut here and pushed to this area. There is a KV-1 that's going to be a problem. It's near this Cromwell. But I'm not going to be able to help over there. I don't have the HP, armor, or gun depression to really fight on the hill. Awesome. I'm just taking pot shots here to see if I get lucky shooting through cover, but not working out in my favor so far. Oh, thank you. Holy hell. How did they push up there that far? Oh, this is gonna be a bad situation for me if this Type 58 keeps hitting me. I'm just a little bit shocked that the enemy pushed up that far, but I wasn't paying too much attention. I was so focused on trying to not miss a shot if I got one in the town that just slipped by there. Go credit him. It doesn't look like he has a repair kit. I know today it's been kind of the opposite from last stream, to where I was losing really fast on Sunday, to where this is the opposite. We're winning very quickly. A good problem to have. Except for when you miss shots like that. I did rush that a little bit since I'm gonna take a shot at him because most likely other people are aiming at the comet, but took a rush shot because I think that these guys are gonna die very fast. Surprisingly though, I was able to get that one last hit on a leopard. Nice little quickie again. It's not as close as the other ones, but I didn't really need to do much. I'm perfectly happy. Go mouse. Yeah, I would say, if anyone if I did your request already, feel free to request another tank. I'm gonna do a raffle here. Do 800 Levi biscuits for the winner here, since I got a first class earlier. Top 3 damage though. I don't know how I got top 3 damage, but I'll take it. I have a T71DA. Next. I have to remind myself now, which I don't have any crew or equipment on that yet. I'd say I've played it before. I'm surprised I didn't realize I had no equipment on it. Let me hop into this guy. Whoops. No, I don't want that. Okay, it's the autoloader. I'm like, there's no rammer. Some days matchmaking, it's on your side. Hopefully this stays with that. Which tonight, I'll be playing Overwatch tonight, starting at 9 PM Eastern Standard Time for Tuesday night game. I'll be streaming that. It'll be a little bit easier to follow this time. I'm going to stream it at 60 FPS this time. Last time I was at 30 and it might have been a little hard to follow it, to where it should look a little bit better this go around. I'll probably I'll try out ranked. It's a little bit more competitive there than just quick play, but I'll probably just start with one quick play match just to get warmed up a little bit, because I haven't played Overwatch very much. I played it last week, just like say 3 or 4 matches, and that's been it for the most part. I do have to, after today's stream now, you'll probably see a video coming out about weak spots for the Object 268 version 4. I made a weak spot guide yesterday on my website. I have the written article up. I just need to record the video for it now. What do you mean by that, Hitman? As far as my streaming schedule, I stream currently you know, 2 days a week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my time, and then 8 a.m. start time on my time too. I have people, you know, watch me outside of the US as well, so I don't just stream one time zone. If that's what you're getting at. Come on. I'm trying not to take too much damage, but he's going to be able to get one more. There we go. One more shot on me to where at least I bounced it. But yeah, I try to reach. I do at least one stream early on my time. I go back to work in about a month to where I get up at like 4 a.m. for work, so I can't stream mornings much, but I try to at least keep one early stream. I'm really surprised this guy's able to push like that. Yeah, I am. I would say I'm not flanking because the rest of their tanks just came up there. I'm gonna be better off going down. I hate to ditch these guys, but all right, that was really effective there. That's just a load of crap what that guy just did. Personally, right now, like in the winter, this schedule isn't hard for me because I don't work in the winter. But once I do get back to work, that's when you'll see my schedule. It's mostly night streams. Say, I'm really surprised, which that was such a big mistake on my part there, but I deserve that. Like the T-29 I was fine with, but the KV-85, I saw him. I was taking a chance that he wouldn't actually be able to hit me. But yeah, staying up on the hill wouldn't have worked out for me. It's just a shame that we lost literally every other flank. I don't know where our team had went because it seemed like we had more people over in the middle and on this flank, and yeah. So not a great match on my part, but might get one more shot here. Yeah. It stinks, but it's Himmelsdorf in the light. But it's actually easier, you know, in the off season for me because I live in a seasonal town. Congrats, Floyd, on winning the raffle. It's easier for me to stream early on because Ryan, my fiance, she's a school teacher, so she's gone during the day. I don't like to stream, you know, if she's home. That way we can actually, you know, do stuff together. But that's why, you know, I either stream late or early. But then once the season picks up, since I work in a restaurant, that's where I stream at night because I work the morning shift. So let's hop into an E5 there. Fortunately, that was just the wrong map for that tank there. But yeah, my family, we own a restaurant and hotel, so I'm the sous chef in the restaurant. You know, we kind of all do a little bit, so I don't just, you know, deal with cooking, but in the winter it really dies down to where we're either closed completely or, you know, it's not that busy. I always say, you know, being a cook has helped me stream because it helps with the micromanaging. Okay, I think I'm gonna head to the hill for once because it looks like we have plenty of people in the center, and since it's encounter, I'm not gonna take the risk and head out to the 1-3 side, especially they have a ton of TDs, so pushing here is gonna be pointless. And there's no arty, so that makes it a little bit easier to fight on the hill. And at least the last few matches I've gotten on this map, and I'm like, I don't need to go to the hill, there's people heading over there. They don't push it when they need to push it, they don't fall back when they need to fall back. Will be interesting to see. Like, we have a little bit too many people on the 1-3 side, in my opinion, given that there really isn't anyone that can spot. I would say our best spotter, you know, we have the M48 with the V range, would be the Kronwagen, only because he can like poke out over the hills. I'm gonna keep an eye on the HP of our guys here. If they're not taking a lot of damage, I'm not gonna press it far here. I'd rather just take little pot shots if I can. Okay, just hold your horses. I think I'll take a gander, but it could really backfire here. I'm gonna try to stay safe, but it could really backfire on me. Once I get the first spot, I'm out. I don't want to press it too far, because I can get hit from the center. Thankfully, this tank isn't very large, but it looks like they have their hands full over there. But I'll try again. Yep, roll 15. A lot more people have been camping back in this corner, I've noticed. It's kind of strange in my opinion, because it's not that useful of a spot, but it does make pushing through the hill more difficult. Say we have a building in my way, or maybe that was the rock. But okay, the problem with us is, you know, pushing over the hill here is not really good for us right now. Oh, let's do it anyway. Like, did you not just see the 268 died? Like, they have tanks sitting very far back to kill us pushing over the hill. It's not one guy. You got there, but I'm gonna try to keep poking. It's just the grill does have a shot on me. At least I got him spotted. The 183 just kind of pulled out of cover, and the VK hit me. That's my problem right now, is they still have that VK out there. Maybe he pushed somewhere over there. It looks like I hit him. Hello, Black. Nice to see you. But without Artie here, there's no huge rush for me right now. I can kind of guess and hit this IS-7 if I got it down right. And my accuracy actually works. No. But this VK, if I push up far, I get hit by him. Roll 15 as well. He's just camping back there. He's gotten 2 shots on me. At this point, he helped kill the T-57 and also the Object 268 too, but a little bit annoyed that I just got hit there, since that guy is literally just sitting back there in the corner. I hate getting shot by campers, but yeah, unfortunately without too many lights to spot, and no Artie, this is how matches play out. I'm just gonna load up heat because I can't pen this guy otherwise at this range and location. But I have a feeling they're I'm just gonna waste the heat shell there, but I have a feeling that their E5 is actually going to push up on me and end up killing me. But we'll see. Best thing I can do here is just stay alive for my team now. Try to get lucky. They have plenty of tanks to push up the other side. Like they have 3 tanks. I would say they have 1 more in the 1, 2, or 3 line. Okay, the E3 did move up, or the E5. I'll try to peek, but I'm not going to be able to peek that much. It's just frustrating because they have a JPZ 100 here. They also, oops, I kind of missed him. They have a JPZ 100 here. They have a Girl 15 here. Ooh, awesome. That's awesome. That's so good that actually happened there. Where it's much safer than they think over on that side, but at least they're finally pushing up. I can potentially scout now. Potentially. Changing flank with 65 HP, you know, I could, but it's not going to do anything. We have plenty of people in the other flanks to where, you know, right at this moment, as long as I don't get spotted by the grill, which, you know, is a possibility, it's still nice having me up here with the Strev. If I had more HP, I might have, you know, pushed through the, say, the 7 or line or something, but I just get a crap shot at that guy. I critted him at least. But, like, I knew that they had tanks sitting over here. It's just, they're not all that useful, but unfortunately they're in a spot that prevented me from doing much. But as long as we win, I don't mind playing it a little slow. Hey, there's that grill. I gotta at least get 1 shot on. Holy crap, the JPZ 100's up there. I am extremely surprised. I thought he was more to the left. That honestly is a first. I've never seen a JPZ 100 that far up. Crap. Like, that might be a first in World of Tanks to have a JPZ 100 that far up in that corner. He drowned himself. Awesome. He camped in the corner. Granted, the Grill 15, he probably got around 2,000 damage or so, maybe mid 2,000s. I'm just gonna chuck an HE shell because the likelihood of me actually, and never mind, he's dead. Likelihood of me penning him is very low. But the E4 and a JPZ, yes, Hitman. You get decent damage per games, but you don't exactly win playing like that. I got a Mastery Badge 3rd class though, Spartan Award. So at the end of the day, not that bad of a battle. I got, you know, over 2,000 assists too. But like their Girl 15, he got a little bit more than I thought. He got the most damage on their team, but honestly, he didn't help them win. He would have been better off on the other side of the map, or even setting up on the hill shooting towards the center. Granted, the other side of the map would have been better. But like their JPZ, he got 1 shot, it looks like, or no, 2. But 1 was a low HP hit, and the E4 only got, you know, an HE shot, it looks like. Yeah. And he shot 13 times at probably me, but oh well, at least we got a win, you know. I lost some credits because I fired some premium rounds and missed them. Get some boosters going again. Go with that. Next up, I have the ELC EVEN 90. But there's no reason to play it too aggressively there when our team was up. Yes, I actually got messaged earlier. It was in after my Lakeville battle where someone accused me of cheating, and he was one of those campers. He was hiding in the valley while the rest of his team died. Yes, Lobobo. You actually get penalized too on the repair bill. More so than if you didn't drown. But sometimes too, you'll see me shoot tanks. You don't get anything from shooting a tank that drowned itself, but still has HP. But you can increase the repair bill. Hello, Cucumber. Pats or Eagles? I don't really care too much about football. Everyone around me is an Eagles fan since I live near Philadelphia. I don't care who wins. I would say though, for the sake of Philadelphia, that if the Eagles win, then Philadelphia might get burned down because of them winning. Oopsie daisy, that's it. I don't want to get spotted. But yeah, I'm impartial. That is one thing to where this week coming up, I kind of forgot about it until now. Thanks for reminding me. I'm probably not going to stream Sunday night. I'll probably switch it to Saturday. Just because, well, Ryan and I don't care too much about, say, football or the Super Bowl. I know a lot of people will be watching it, so I'm not going to stream during it because, it doesn't make too much sense. I don't want to compete with the Super Bowl. So I'll probably just move the stream to Saturday or maybe even Monday. We'll see. I'll figure out specifics. P69 looked like he was going to pop over this way. He probably won't, but... While the DPM on this isn't great, I still can, like, say, sneak a shot in, maybe. Awesome, that's all I wanted to do there. Let's take him out. Don't ram the little guy. I say, even though the camouflage and spotting capabilities is really good on this tank, I didn't go for like the north because I'm not gonna be able to outspot another ELC EVEN 90, nor is there much to really spot up there other than him. So I tried to pick the spot where I'd cause the most annoyance for the enemy team. Oopsie daisy. Luckily he wasn't paying too well to where I was. Wings or pretzels? I would go with wings. But starting this Friday, we'll have another stream mascot behind me. I think I mentioned it last stream too. I'm watching a family member's dog. Her name's gonna be Lily, so she'll be here every stream for about a week. They up to 3 kills. Again, DPM stinks on this thing, but you can still kill things, Some people forget sometimes that even though crappy tanks exist, You know, whether it's the gun or other means. You know, they still can damage things. He definitely sees me. We're not completely out of the woods yet. A lot of our tanks left are TDs. Don't know why. Okay, at least we got a hit on him. I don't know why we want to push into a Badger, given that he has at least one tank behind him. Oh god. Not good. He's actually killed me. I should have expected that, but I thought he was, I'll give him credit for killing me, but I thought he was going to turn to just single out the Pershing and kill him. But he got me though. Did 1200 damage though, 3 kills, you know, a tier 10 match. That's not too bad given this tank, especially its reputation. Halftime entertainment? I have no idea for this Super Bowl, but... Hello, JT. Yeah, Louie and Levi. It'll be interesting with them. Luckily, Ryan will be here Friday night, which is the first stream when she's gonna be with us. I'm gonna hop out here. I thought it was gonna end earlier. But it'll be interesting. They kind of get along together. Levi gets a little too excited. Because, you know, it's another dog to where she kind of puts him in his place. But I think she'll be alright in the background for streams. She doesn't really bark that much. Unless, like, someone's knocking on the door, so it should be okay. I know, the RU pushing into me. I guess he figured he wasn't going to win. Might as well kill the little tank, but yeah, most likely I'll probably know by, I would say maybe even tonight's stream, but definitely by Thursday, where I'll definitely be streaming Friday night, but instead of streaming Sunday, given it's a Super Bowl, it'll either be like Saturday or the Monday after. I'll do that. That way, you know, even if you don't like the Patriots or Eagles, then I feel like a lot of people do stuff for the Super Bowl. Even if you don't like sports, like we'll probably end up, you know, going over like a friend's house or something just to watch it. Mainly to eat food. But it should be, so, you know, this week coming up, 9.22 is not releasing, but it should be, I don't think it's Monday, the Monday after Super Bowl. I believe it's Tuesday when it hits the NA server, if not Wednesday, because usually it's a Wednesday patch, but I think it's Tuesday this time. 9.22 is going to be landing on the live server. Oh, what I had to offer? I guess I have 2 dogs in the background to offer, where I could dress up as like a hippie tanker or something again. But yeah, when it comes to, you know, competing against the Super Bowl, not that games and Super Bowl overlap a lot, but I think it'll be easier for everybody. Alright, IS-7, don't know where I want to go. I'm actually going to let my team dictate where I go, which looking like I'm going to set up somewhere over here, given that we don't have that many people over this way. Yeah, February 8th, that's next Thursday, you know, if I'm not mistaken. I think it'll still be Tuesday or Wednesday, I think it is. Let's say for the past year, every single North American patch has come on a Wednesday. Specifically because I used to stream Wednesday mornings and I was like rushing to get the game installed or have the server come back up. I say that bat chat's still out to where I can hit him, but JPZ is now set up, so that's fine. I'm worried about going here because with the Object 140 on my left, that could prove to be harmful to me. Oh, he's not there anymore. And for whatever reason, our team, with the amount of people we had over there, they weren't even able to keep our courtyard on our side. That's not a good sign. So I'm gonna take a little leap of faith here, but kind of hoping I get somebody up my direction. I'm not really able to pen this guy very well. The bat chat, okay, he pulled back. I'm thinking that there's nobody else out here with the 140. I could be very deeply mistaken, where the E3 could come back around and get me. But it's not even worth it to shoot until I can get his. Here comes the Strev over this way. I gotta keep an eye on him. But shooting a 140 turret with the IS-7 doesn't make any sense, so I was just holding my shot till I actually had a sliver of hope. But my JPZ's pushing up, that's helpful. Oh, that kind of hurts me a bit because now, awesome. Let's say we have the heat shells starting to fly. Luckily though, our team kind of rebounded there. This E3, if he faces me, that's fine with me. Fortunately, shooting through that box is... Can't shoot through the box very well, if at all, I believe. I should have just pushed out there. Would have been fine anyway, but thank you very much. Always try to hit those track wheels. You know, especially if they don't have a repair kit, that can be a pretty big difference on whether or not you survive or not. At this point though, I might as well just push through here. I wouldn't be able to cap regardless. Yep, heat. But at least pretty decent game. 2,000 damage, 1,300 block, and 1,200 assist. You little buddy, I'll give you a treat. Alright, but our team did pretty well. Just practically everyone got 1,000 damage. The girl a little bit lower, but that's a good match when your team does that. But I'll take that. Glad I went to that side just to kind of shore it up. We would have won it either way, but better to be safe than sorry. Oops, I picked the wrong tier because we have a T20 up here. Thank you for the follow, Dios, over on Twitch. How much longer for the common test? I would say the end of this week, and it should get pulled down. I would guess maybe like Thursday or Friday. It could go a little bit later, but yeah, that's my guess on how long it will be up. Yeah, right there, dog. I heard him starting to like skid and run back here. Say Levi's actually been doing, his foot's still, it's not like 100% perfect to where we want to get it to, but he's been doing a bit better because he's on antibiotics again, so his foot's finally starting, it's not oozing anymore, like blood and, you know, junk. I guess I'm not pushing north. I'll probably end up running away and going south if we don't really see anything here. He's actually started to turn back into like his puppy form where he it's been crappy out like with rain, so I haven't taken him out as much as usual, but when he's feeling well, but he just like begs to go outside and play all day. It's fine by me. I need to do a lot of gardening. Hello, historian. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit in the north if nothing's spotted there. There's no hope for me to push across here too, because if they do have people camping back here, yeah, it doesn't make sense to push out. I'll at least try to take pot shots at their TDs here. Yeah, me, if I had pushed up into the CDC, that would have been almost game over for me. I'm gonna try to help if the CDC pops out again. Accuracy wise though, this isn't the most accurate gun in the world. Hopefully our M12, you might be able to hit him. Right now though, we're definitely on the edge of, got hit by the Dicker Max and Ferdinand. They did push to north though. Oh god, what am I thinking? This is bad. I say here goes some HP of mine. I was looking to push around to the next next road. It does not make any sense for me, because we're not going to have the center. I'm playing really bad here. Just messed up my aiming there too. But I need to get back this way. Our south should be okay, but I did not want to push around that corner. I don't know what I was thinking there. Granted, it's a little too late for me to help the north, but we still have a Scorpion G. They're going to be kind of focused on where I hope they don't push on my left here. I got the heavy tank number 6, good. But I'm gonna at least try to help. Yeah, I was looking to shoot that guy first, but Ryan? She's a woman. Granted, honestly, she gets, even from companies that, like, she has an account with, sometimes they're like, Mr. Ryan Smith? He's like, well, I'm never using these people again. Alright. Not doing a very good job at maneuvering here. Of course it's a 0 damage crit. It didn't matter much though, but... Alright. Come on. make a mistake. I would like to kill you and then push. Nope, not gonna happen. It's just, I was looking at that Ferdinand and it's kind of over now for us. I definitely played this way too safe. I might as well just, I don't know if the AT-7's pointing at me yet, but I might as well just try to go out here and pop this guy. Oh, hello, Mr. Dickermax. You got nice. Okay, maybe not a nice clean shot on me. I don't know what this Scorpion G's doing. I've kind of picked my bed though, because I gotta go on the AT-7 now. He's facing me, which is, yeah. I couldn't risk though. Oh no, I ran myself. Oh, I thought he was gonna turn. I didn't think I'd actually track him. That was, yeah. That's me overthinking it. I could have gotten around him. But yeah. Cause he couldn't see the Hellcat, which is why he didn't kill him, but oh well. I can't believe I died like that. I killed myself, basically. Go away, alarm. Oh well. I was doing well up till then. At least trying to redeem myself. It's all good, Jeep. Alright, Centurion Action X. After this, I'm gonna do a grind tank. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know what exactly changed with the test server, but they were only supposed to do like 2 iterations of it, so I'll be interested to see if they rebalance any of the new Russian tanks at all. Yeah, nothing really about the... Yeah, nothing really about the next test server, if there's any changes. Good night, Grigsby. Or I guess good morning since you're going back to bed. Yes, positioning, you know, doing better in World of Tanks is a lot of just being at the right place at the right time, especially early in a match, but, you know, sometimes I screw that up. But nobody's perfect. I'm glad you like the stream now. I try to keep mine like a blend between, like, I'm not just gonna say stat pad or play tanks that I only play well in, or doing mostly viewer requests. You know, it's nice seeing sometimes, even on my part, you know, me playing a tank I'm not comfortable playing. Because not everyone just wants to play, say, Russian mediums 24/7 like some streamers do. Or like WZ111 5As chucking heat out. But some streamers do that and they get a lot of viewers, so luckily I'd rather make a stream that I would rather watch. Hey, I'm not a fan of Mountain Pass unless I'm in a heavy or like a heavily armored TD. poor Leopard 1 knows in a worse spot than I am. This Leopard 1's probably it's one of the best looking mediums as far as most are concerned, but it's probably one of the least productive ones. Only because it was a lot more balanced. Okay, I'm definitely I'm flirting with danger with the FE 4005 stage 2. It's just because they buffed a lot of other high tier mediums as far as their turret armor specifically, to where the Leopard doesn't have that, and it doesn't really gain much in return. So I keep him tracked in hopes that my team can kill him. That hurt. Crap, that was a really bad shot on my part. Thank you, teammate. I'm just gonna have one heat shell here, not for the FE, but just in case I get a really bad shot on the Kronwagen. I guess I am gonna, no, let's say possibly shoot him. Oh no, there's a mouse. Decisions. Guess, is it worth it to keep pushing here? I'm not sure. We could definitely help out here. I'm really tempted to go push that way. It's just crap, I got myself out here too long. It's probably gonna kill me. I don't even know why I just shot a heat shell at him. Yeah. But yeah, already shooting here. I don't know if I'm actually able to get out of this. No, I'm stuck here now. Ah, Conqueror got me. Kudos to him. But those two guys running back, that's what I wanted to do, but I just couldn't do it in the end. It was going well up to that point, but they are doing the right thing by pulling back. We can't, you know, hit them with arty here, and their arty's just firing, all three of them here. To where it's better if kind of regroup, take out whatever tanks we can. But yeah, I kind of screwed up and got myself stuck there. Hello, Mihi. So grind was next. I haven't done the AMX 5100 yet today, so let me get into that. Yeah, you know, when it comes to the whole stat padding part of World of Tanks, I used to be a little bit more into it, but I guess, you know, kind of clicked one day that why do I care about this stat that's made up and it doesn't really matter at all, because you can still influence matches and win and not have, say, a good win rate 8, because it doesn't take into account basically half the game, more or less. Like, I know even Wargaming's metrics, until they implement their new one, WTR, it doesn't take into account spotting, really. I know it does slightly with just the amount of tanks you spot. It doesn't take into account assist damage, stun, granted people don't care too much for arty, and it doesn't take into account like block damage. So, you know, to me it's, you know, it does hold some weight, but for the most part, you know, I think it does more harm than good. So I was trying to see, I don't think I'm going to be loaded in time. Not really happy with the AMX 5100, because I can't even, say, poke out and deal damage here. I don't think the enemy is going to give me a shot in this Emil. Alright. Is slowly poking over. Yeah, I'm gonna head into the town here. It's just I'm not going to be able to take shots. If I was maybe in the tier 9, you know, in 50v2, I could make it work a little bit. It still wouldn't be ideal, but it would be better than trying to fight in the town in this thing. Or not the town, the hill in this thing. Oh lord, we just got clobbered up there. Yeah. Oh no, I didn't know that he could hit me. There goes half our team now. Maybe I should have stayed up there, but I probably would have just been one of those destroyed tanks. At this point, I'd like to kill that PZ4TD, but I don't know how that's gonna work out though, because the Strev S1, I'm the only shot he has. I'm still reloading, unfortunately, too. That's the most damning thing of why I haven't gone down to French autoloaders, the heavies, because they have such a long reload time till you get to the AMX-50B. The tier 9 now at least has a gun. I think it only has 4 shells, so that helps out, but it's still a very big problem that you face if your team needs you and you can't shoot for almost a minute. We just flat out lost. I don't know why the people complain in chat and stuff, you know. Just, we got outplayed. Happens. Yeah, I'll say, unfortunately, if that was like the UDES, I could have, but the Strev S1, I couldn't shoot his side, so just gonna ricochet off. Anyway, I almost got 2k damage, but it was over in the first. Basically, the first encounter, we lost 6 tanks in like the span of 15 seconds, and it was done. It happens though. I don't use food consumable now. Like, there's ups and downs to it. I'd rather just have a fire extinguisher because it annoys me whenever I burn out from not having one. But I think for public battles, using food is stupid in my opinion because A, you're going to be spending a lot more credits. Unless you have no other tanks you want to grind for or you're sitting on tons of credits. But you're better off just, I run a standard repair kit, med kit, and premium fire extinguisher. I don't even use premium repair kit or med kits except for some high tiers. But yeah, at the end of the day, you know, the 50-100, it's not bad per se, it's just it doesn't fit into a lot of battles because unlike say like the French mediums or the French lights, to where you still have that magazine and the reload, you're not taken out of the battle as long, and you could still like scout or something in them. The 50-100, you can't do that. Hello, Robert. Nice to see you. Sorry I missed that a little bit ago. I'd say that's a lot of tier 10s. It's more than me, I think, if I'm not wrong. I'd say I knew I was gonna get somebody into town. If you can't fight in the hills, like if your tank doesn't have turret armor or like gun depression, you can't push. Usually just sliding over to the town's your best bet, because winning that area is still the most important spot in the map 9 times out of 10. But unfortunately, our team, it looks like they just pushed and then died. Yes. I'm doing pretty well, Robert. How are you doing? Yeah, like the AT-7 when I died against him, that was just, I had very low hopes of actually tracking him with my shot, and I should have just rolled the dice and went with it. I thought I was just going to bounce, he was going to flick a little bit towards that side, and I'd scoot around him, but yeah. Nobody exactly knows what the Italian tech tree is going to be, so, you know, I can't comment on that. The new auto reloading mechanism, it looks interesting. I would say while it does have some like merit and upside to it, for the most part, you know, I think it, not to say it'll be a gimmick, but it just depends on how they balance the high tiers with them, because I think for the tier 8 premium, it'll be a decent tank, but not like, say, too crazy. But for the high tiers, it could be fairly good. It's just right now, the main drawback I see with it is you can't mix like AP, APCR, HE shells. If you basically tap to switch them, it reloads the whole thing. If it let you do that, I would say it would be a better fit, but who knows? It's too early, honestly, to discuss it, in my opinion. Thanks for the subscription, you fun. Sorry, I only platoon on Thursday and Fridays during my streams right now. I solo otherwise. They actually have SPG lines for quite a few nations they could put out, Mihi. I think the soonest we'll see one will be for China, only because of the Chinese server wanting it. But they've held off on implementing it since, you know, SPGs are definitely controversial. I've got plenty of light tanks, Robert. I have a tank request list if you look at the video description beneath here, or you can just click on this link that will pop up here. New tanks are always fun, unless they're unbalanced. Basically, I see the Italian tanks being, they just remind me of the Czechoslovakian tanks, just with a different take on their auto reloading mechanism. But I think that, you know, with it coming with Italian tanks, I would hope that they would add it to other tanks that also should have it. I'm just gonna go with the lemming train. I'm looking at where we all spawned, of course, you know, on this side, and it not being assault defense. Most of the time, you know, everyone just stays on this side. I'm not going on the other flank and getting myself killed for nothing. But I might as well try to push this hard. It might, you know, backfire on me, but if I don't push out here hard, I'm gonna pull my hair out sitting back there, knowing that I could have went out and tried to do something. Okay. But yeah, it's a little bit concerning that our team is, they're more in the 2-3 line. Instead of having a couple people over here. I screwed that angle up by just a smidge. I probably could have gotten a shot. There we go. Now we got some people coming up to help. Unfortunately, I'm not really able to hit his cupola that well, and he's able to hit me fairly well. Okay, you wanna head up there? At least we got some people over here. I'm definitely playing it a little bit safe just because they're all sucking towards the corner, which it just makes it really hard to get shots without them being able to hit you back. I swapped over to heat, you know, just because there's an E100 Type 5. It makes sense on my part. I over-aimed there. Sometimes you just gotta click. Yeah, I guess that was a stupid shot too. I say I don't carry a lot of heat on my E5. You see a lot of people throw it, like almost exclusively out of an E5, but trying my best not to get derped here, but I probably should try to aim just a little bit further down. Oh god, the E1, I didn't even see the E100 there. But unfortunately our flank, even though we sent a lot of people over here, wasn't very effective. Just never able to push enough here. If we had a couple more people to our left a little bit more, that would have definitely helped. Seeing as the Type 5 though is Gonzo. Stop moving. This. There we go. Ooh. Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't have the massive tanks in the front that kind of push through. Yeah, I'll take a risk here. I know that the 113 is going to hit me. Alright, that works out there. And I know that there's a Chinese TD back here. Crap. Crap, crap, crap. I should have taken that shot. I was just not too high on shooting him in that specific area. There we go. I lost all my HP doing that, but I screwed up a little bit. I guess I'm gonna just fall back. Here comes a bat chat though. I think, yeah, let's say I think he's gonna be the one to pop in first, but I could be wrong. Unfortunately, one little HE shell from the Type 5 is going to be the end of me. Oh, yep, there's the bat. So you can get further up than you would think here. Oops. Yeah. It's just, at this point, we have no map control at all, but oh well. Okay, I see a lot of a Chaffee comment. Okay. Yeah, I was about to say the request command helps out a lot because I can't follow the chat at all times. It is up there though, Robert. I only put them up in between matches. But let me start a giveaway here. I've got camo on the T125. Yeah, usually I'm so far behind on my requests to where we got through a lot quick here. I got a lot of quick wins early on. A to Z stream. That would be interesting, Marlin. My thing is, like I've toyed around with, maybe it'll be like one next weekend. Doing a stream like it's just like my picks, and I pick tanks and I throw a couple grinds in. It's you know, since I do almost every one of my streams where I let you guys basically pick the tanks, I don't want to, you know, completely remove that for a stream just to, you know, it'd be confusing and I'd have to explain it to people. You know, I don't want to change it too much. But honestly, I probably wouldn't even get past like B or C, honestly, with the amount of tanks I own. My favorite tank to play? Probably the E3. I'll add it on there. I say probably because honestly, I like the E3 mainly because you can not hold down the best in it, but you know, it had good armor and it was immune to premium shells where your armor was good. But the Badgers kind of replaced that a little bit. Doing that weak spot guide yesterday, I'm gonna finish the video today, so it should pop up at some point midday here for the Object 268 version 4. That tank's armor is absolutely ridiculous in the front as well. Yeah. But the E3 is still good. But that's why, as far as tank requests, like, I'm hoping down the road, the Streamlabs chatbot, they get that working for YouTube to where I can use it on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Like, I take tank requests from Twitch. I don't have any commands over there, but I do, you know, I read the chat and pull them from there. But that's why, if it's really busy, like the chat and the stream and stuff, my request command is what I go off of for tank requests. It's on my screen now over to minimap the command, so there's no reason not to use it. Unless, like, I know, Robert, this is either like the first stream you've caught or at least in a while. Because usually I recognize, like, people's little avatars next to their names or the names themselves. Where I do, you know, I don't hold it against people if they don't know commands, if it's their first time. Hello, Kona. Oops. Battles getting shorter? I don't think so. The average World of Tanks match has been, it's like 6-7 minutes. If you're playing like above tier 5, tier 6. It's pretty much always been that way. To where I haven't noticed them getting shorter, like on the grand scheme of things. In a way, with them adding, you know, 30v30, and it's probably going to get longer on average. Since we should see they have one more 30v30 map tied to just like the standard ones and not tied specifically just to frontline, that mode. They have one more map coming out. It's like a, forget the name of it, but it's like almost like a volcano in the center or something. It looks strange, but they don't have the map finished yet. So I'm really concerned about the actually taking that shot, because I knew he was going to back up. There's no Artie here, so I can play this a little bit more out there than I normally would. I guess I have to worry about getting hit from here, but until I get shot from there, I'm not going to worry about it that much. Our team's doing a pretty good job. Doing a pretty good job. It's just I'm not going to push far here because it's just me and the Strev 103B. I know he can't keep up with me very well, to where I'm not going to push around this corner very much, if at all. Question is, does he have heat? But I over-angled. My gun's also damaged, so actually hitting anything here, I'm going to swap the APCR because my accuracy is god-awful right now. Ooh, I don't want him to take too much shot. No, I'm gonna try not to block his gun if he has a shot. Are you able to shoot? Go. Okay, there's the FV. He should be able to kill him. Even though they're shooting down at the Strev. Alright. Got my gun back. Now I'm tracked. I could swap off an APCR after this shot, now that I got my gun back. I'm keeping an eye on that Centurion, but I'd very much like to kill this guy. There we go. I've got the HP to tank a shot if need be, but I'd rather not. I'll give the Shrev credit. Not many of them would push. Not that it was that risky for him, given that I was there, but it's a better tank than people give it credit for sometimes, fighting in areas like that. I could stop talking about you, Labobo. Okay. At least you get some sound watching from work today. Congrats on W on winning the raffle. I was really looking forward to Frontline as well. It kind of, got put on the back burner when they decided to release the standard 30v30, which honestly, like from the sandbox test of that was people's least favorite of the two modes. They did state, I think it was at Wargaming Fest, one of their Q&As, that Frontline is coming this year, whether it's like just a limited special event. Maybe they'll release it because it was a D-Day map. Maybe they'll release it for like a special D-Day celebration, like an anniversary. That might work. Or I think it's the 10th year anniversary World of Tanks, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe I'm off by a year or two, but they did state it was going to get released this year at some point. I think their main worry is, since they can't put it into the standard battle matchmaking queue because you respawn and it's, you need multiple tanks basically to really enjoy it at tier 10, that I think they're afraid of releasing it like some of the other modes that they've done, to where if the queue doesn't stay populated, it just dies. To where I think it'll come as a limited event, but they did state this year it will see the light of day on a live server. Okay, an ultimate challenge, Floyd? Sure thing. I'll get to that in maybe after the M46 here. I got a Ministry Badge 2nd class, top 3 damage, most amount of experience. We get rid of and 4,000 block. A pretty nice easygoing match there. Would have been a lot harder if the 268 was throwing heat. I was using the mouse, Robert. I live in New Jersey too, so I live in Cape May though. Hello, Madalena. Nice to see you. And Andrew. Oh, thank you, Scrub. As far as bots in World of Tanks PC, I don't think this is the year that we see them. I think it will come at some point, but because they've added in, a more fleshed out tutorial, and, there's the proving grounds that have bots in it. I think it will come at some point, but I don't think it'll be this year. Hello, Calm. Nice to see you. Yes, that's what I think they'll do. It'll be, like a 2-3 week thing. Maybe just like for a patch. and that's it. But I think people would really like it. As long as they, and I think it'll have a better chance being like a special event where it comes out, you know, maybe, you know, a couple times a year, to where they could give a little bit more incentive with like missions and credit and experience income per battle, because that was one thing they were worried about, to where if people weren't making more credits and more experience per battle in Frontline, they wouldn't even try to play it, because, you know, they couldn't grind tanks in it because you're only playing tier 10s. So possibly even like if they tie added free experience for playing Frontline, that could be something cool. They do that for World of Warplanes a lot to get people interested in playing that. I don't know why I just decided to push here. Yeah, this is gonna be the death of me. Yeah, this is... I deserve that 100%. 150%. Sorry for whoever requested the patent. But yeah, I shouldn't have pushed out there alone, especially because nobody actually pushed behind me. So that's what I get for talking. So I'm going to play the Sheridan before I get to the challenge here. I thought I was going to have a second to actually set up the wheel over here. Hello, nice guy. Nice to see you. But that was probably the worst battle I've had today. I'm not immune to doing something stupid like that, but I definitely should have not done that. Hello, Knox. Nice to see you. Well, the clan thing, me not doing, you know, clan wars and stuff, and, you know, our clan, we as platoon together, I think that would be a mistake, to where that would actually end up pissing people off. But, you know, if they could add it into, say, something like what's doing strongholds and stuff, if they wanted it in permanently. But I think the only way they'll be able to actually get it to be played will to have it as a little mini event, like they do from time to time. Well, hopefully you get the 3 marks on the Sheridan, GG. I'm gonna say, I don't even think I've played, I think I've played this like 10 battles or so. That's all good, Floyd. I have plenty of time to get to all these requests. I was just, unfortunately, playing in the M46. I wanted a better battle than that, of course, but for ultimate challenges, I like to get my my wheel set up for that. The 113 or the 5A? I would say the WZ-111 5A if you had to pick one of the two to get first. But the 113, I would say it's just... they are comparable as far as performance goes. I would say the 113 is a little bit harder to do well in now. I do need to get back before they start shooting me too much there. I'm really surprised that with the amount of people we have in the town that we don't have more people towards this side. If I get pushed on, I will be a little bit upset, to say the least. But I knew going to the center or going north, I don't play very well up there, so even though I'm in a light tank, I'm not gonna try it. From the other side, I'm more inclined to push. but not from this side. I just stupidly missed that shot. We have a problem with... We have too many people in the north, I would say. To where that's why I typically don't go up there, is once you get up there, you can get stuck up there. And that's what they're kind of noticing now, that we have tanks up there, but unfortunately they're not all that useful because they only can really influence that part of the map. Yeah, and we're gonna lose so many tanks here to nothing. Alright. I need to get myself somewhere. I don't know where, because I don't think I'll be able to run away through here. Alright, you're pushing up. That actually helps me a little bit. I don't have high hopes that we're actually going to win this at this point. One can hope, though. We're only down by 4. I knew that Type 4 was going to flex that way once I didn't see him over here. Okay, I might as well take my chances with this guy. That Type 4 looked like he was going to inch up and wreck me. We're still in this somehow, like we're capping out. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I'm surprised he hit me right there, but I don't think I was gonna be able to get out of that Conqueror's shot in time, because I either had to be over this way, which the 65T definitely could have hit me, or push further this way, but I still would have died. I don't know why they said that. Like, honestly, we could have won this had we put 3 on the cap. I'll definitely say that. But, yeah, we were definitely behind. What's better, the mouse or the Type 5? I would say that they would be equal at this point. They serve, even though they have a lot of armor, both of them, slightly different roles given the different guns on them. But let me start, while we wait for this battle end, I'm just gonna do the ultimate challenge here. Let's see what tank I've got to pick from. Tier 9 tank I've got to pick for the challenge. Right? So I've got to do 2.5 times whatever tier 9 tank I pick. I would say our problem, yeah. Oh lord. I hope we win this, but it's not looking great if they don't get... I know Tallgrim, he makes pretty good videos on YouTube. He makes what is it, the Road to Unicum guides on YouTube, but he's a really good player. I'm actually curious how this ends. I got, what, 3k damage almost? I got more than I expected, honestly. I thought I was gonna end the match with, 1,000 or so. See you, Mihi. Enjoy the test server. Hello, Nikolai. I played it today, Nikolai. Yes, I have the ELC EVEN. It's definitely not a great premium by any means. Why are they getting off of the cap? No! He has almost full HP. And they don't have a lot of HP. If they lose this, I have no words. But I'm just curious how this ends. Robert, I'll say he already requested a tank, so I'm gonna put up Vest Lifes before, but you know, I will put up the Object 140. Today, a few people got to do 2 requests since they got one in really early on the stream. But typically I only do 1 per person, but if I have time for the 140, I will play it. It's just they're literally playing right into how he possibly could pull this off. Yep, he just took him out. And they just got off of the cap. Oh my lord. This is just... This is just all... At this point, I've watched long enough to where I should finish it. At this point, turn around. WZ, what are you doing? Oh my god. Please kill him. Don't. Oh, what are you doing? Oh my god. This is almost too tough to watch. Oh my god, this is gonna happen. I'm not even gonna chat anymore, but yeah. Congrats on Tallgrim for pulling off the comeback of the century, but yeah, that was... I don't know how they lost that, but that is exactly why you cap. You don't go chasing after tanks one by one. This is just, oh my god. But yes, usually I do not watch games, but because that was honestly pathetic. I almost got leading by example. That's just ironic. But congrats for him. He got lucky on there. He deserved that win, but shame on the last 3 people alive there. They 100% or 150% deserve to lose that. Why can't matches happen like that to me? But even if just one of them stayed on the cap, that T10 at the end, he would have been able to get it. Because you're forcing him to come to you. Yeah, you're forcing him to come to you, to where instead of chasing him around one by one, you actually stand a fighting chance. Alright, so I have a tier 9 ultimate challenge. When I play, this is one of my newer ones, the STI here. So I've got to do 2.5 times the HP total. But that was just... I'm not even mad at it, or mad about it. It's just, that's how not to win a match. So I got to get to 4,750. Well, yes, all they had to do was actually hit him, but they stupidly kept pushing into him, and all he had to do was just go right around him. I was saying, I might actually congratulate him on that. Ah, I actually didn't get it. Or that's actually the wrong name. Come to think of it, he's actually got a underscore at the end of his name, if I'm not mistaken. That was really painful though. Oh well. Actually no, he doesn't have an underscore. I'm wrong. Alright, so I've got to get to what, 4,750 here for the challenge. Just making sure I didn't screw up anything on my screen. Yes, I would say he probably will post that one because that should, I don't know, the title of it should honestly be why you should frickin' cap. Will he peek? But, you know, that's unfortunately, I've seen that so many times, which is why I don't watch like 95% of the battles that I die early on, because it's a lot, you know, it's better for your health, I would say, not watching them. But occasionally I'll subject myself to that. Talgrim, he makes YouTube videos, yes. He's the, I'm pretty sure I got the series down. He makes the Road to Unicum videos. But he's a fairly well-known YouTuber. Definitely a lot more than I am. So far they haven't put anybody over there. I'm honestly terrified to push out because, oh god, thank god I didn't miss that. Terrified to push out because they could very well flank us, to where if they don't have anyone here, I'll inch out, help with this Sense 7, because he honestly got himself a little bit too far out there. Okay, but our 113s, okay, there's their Malshin. I deserve that. But the ST has fairly decent. Are you kidding me? I would say I'm stunned, but I just blew it sitting out here. I shouldn't have went out here. Why is it, Floyd, whenever you do ultimate challenges, I make really stupid mistakes like that? Just sitting out there trying to get a shot on a bat chat to where it honestly didn't matter if I actually had hit him. Alright, so I'm gonna regroup and go to where I should have went to. Or should have stayed, I should say. I should have stayed where this AMX is. But I'm just gonna take the long route to where hopefully I don't die. That I sat out there. I knew Artie was gonna hit me sitting in that spot. He's got a pretty nice whacking there. But the enemy team, they're just sitting there, which is why I should have stuck with the initial thought of not pushing out on them, because we are doing pretty well. Our Badger now can of course I missed that. But I would say congrats on winning the challenge, because at this point there's not enough HP to go around for me to get to 4,000. Unless somehow I like track 2 or 3 of these tanks. and get the assist damage for him. IS-7's doing a pretty good job at fighting it out. He's actually still alive. Holy crap. Still alive. I guess I'll head here. It's too late probably for me to help, but I'm really surprised this guy's actually still alive. Congrats on winning the ultimate challenge, though, Floyd. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna get to 4.7k damage or something. Alright. E4, spare me. I'm at least trying to make up a little bit for that stupid... It was just that one, because it was that one push I did right around the corner, and I stayed out there. It was, you know, unfortunately that was my undoing. Still ended up, you know, at 2,200 damage though, or it ended up being closer with that last little bounce there than it appeared, but definitely didn't get to what I needed to. But my next tank up, I'm gonna hop into a grind, and then I have the Chaffee. A lot of people make videos like that, yes. You know, shoot for full gold and stuff. I think Talgrim, he actually doesn't use premium if I'm not mistaken. I've watched a few of his videos, but at least we got a win here. Yeah. I picked a tank that I could have gotten that done with. I put myself in the wrong spot. But that's where, if I ever get any crap on how easy my challenges are sometime, they're not easy at all, doing it, you know, every single battle by any means. I'm just gonna use a couple lesser reserves here. I don't want to waste a credit one. I actually forgot to message him. Yeah, that's where, like, I sprinkle premium rounds in most matches, to where, like, I don't mind using them. I try not to use them if I don't need to. Like, if there's like, say there's like a 20-30% chance of me bouncing with standard, I'll usually still shoot standard rounds. Most people, on the other hand, you know, I don't want to just call them stat patters, but say most people that say play high tiers and, you know, either stream, make videos and stuff like that, they'll instantly swap over to gold in that situation. That way they can just poke around, say, a corner, take a shot without aiming, and pull back, because you take out any risk of bouncing, basically, unless you hit like some really stupid spot. But that's the difference between, you know, different people playing, to where sometimes I go a little bit too heavy on gold. Half of the time it's a mistake because I forget I swapped to it, but I start off not expecting to shoot many premium rounds unless I'm like completely bottom tier. And against like heavies, they've given us a lot more room than I thought they would. I was gonna push the town, but looking at where they're setting up, I would have just got stuck out there. It's too much of a risk, given that the 3 tanks going over to the town now were moving a little bit too slow. Yeah, I would have died. A bat chat 25 Ts over there. I would like to push here. I'm going to wait for that Lorraine to spot, because if nobody's out here, which is very likely. Never mind. Got the AMX 65T, and there's somebody else back in this direction, given that they spotted me. Otherwise, unless he's Cat Poke is watching my stream, they should not have seen me there. So they do have one other tank. Or the AMX 65T might have spotted me by just driving up to where he's at. The problem I have is pushing on him, their TDs can hit me. Oop, of course, I thought, oh, I can shoot him over here, but accuracy on this is definitely leaving room to be improved upon. Oop, he went backwards. That's that guy that was spotting me, though. Very least, whoops, you're coming down here too. I'd like to get back because Artie's probably aiming our way. I'm just deciding, is it worth it? I think I'm gonna head back up. I have 30 something seconds to reload here, so it's not like sitting there is gonna help me at all. As far as grinding tanks right now, I'm trying to stay optimistic. It's just all the tanks I'm grinding right now were basically the least, basically my least favorite of the tank lines I'm grinding. The TVP TVU, granted, me pushing here is really dumb, so I don't even think I can pen him. And these three guys are gonna come up and I might die. TVP, TVU, AMX 5100, the Stir, Meal, and RU 251. How's this guy not dead? He's sitting literally out in the open. Well, at least I killed him. It's just... I don't like the 5100s just because the gun handling with its size and also reload between the clip to where I like the not the AMX, the Lorraine 40T, which it's got a slightly different autoloader, but the gun handling, aiming time's much better to where I like that for a tier 8. But this, on the other hand, it's just, you know, I feel like it's just outdated by a little bit. I'm just gonna roll the dice that the Foch won't kill me. Go for him first. You shot me earlier, so I'm going for you second. But luckily, sometimes all you need is one good clip to kind of fix your match. I've got this. Like, he's staring me down there. That sounds like a pretty good match in the Lorraine. I usually don't play too much World of Tanks outside of streaming. It's just if I do have a little spare time and you see me on, sometimes I'll play like an hour at most a week outside of streaming just to grind, but I'm usually just making videos. I meant to send him a message. me get into the Chaffee up next here. But yeah, I just usually, especially once I getting back to work in about a month or so here, full time. So hopping into the Chaffee now. Yeah, what you Vox said about the, like, sometimes shooting premium rounds, they are more expensive, but if you know you can penetrate with them aside from just bouncing with your standard round, it does make sense. I personally don't agree with what some people do, like, you know, dragging your premium round to the first slot so that's the main round that you're using. The only tank I would say I do that, I don't even swap the positions, would be the E100, but outside of that, because even like the FV183, I've been using more AP with that somewhat recently. Not that I play it a ton. It's all good, Jeep. Yeah, I used to play World of Tanks a lot more. Like, you know, this is the main game I play, but this comes down to I don't have a ton of free time, where almost all my gaming time is live streaming now. Which fortunately I enjoy it, so. Otherwise you wouldn't be seeing me do it. I thought I could get a cheapie off here, but no. That darn work getting in your way, Labobo. Oh god, there's a KV-220. I guess if there's gonna be anybody to take this tank down on this side, it will be me. Not that it doesn't look like it's gonna go very well. There's a Crusader coming up high. I'm just really not looking forward to... Good, they got a big hit on him. He's gonna back up. Kind of hoping to get a shot in between those two buildings there, but I am doing a really, really bad time at aiming here. Or a bad job at aiming, I should say. At least I'm not getting shot yet. I have to worry a little bit less about getting nailed here. He doesn't have the derp gun either. Or no, that's a completely wrong tank. That's not the PZ4. PZ4H. Come on. Pen him. I just noticed that my voices are really low in the game. Yep, I just sat there and took that. I'm surprised I bounced as much as I did off of him, but the Leopard has slightly better armor than you would expect sometimes. But you guys couldn't hear just, you bounced off, you bounced off. That was the entire time there. It was probably really low. Hello, Fix-It Man. Nice to see you. And Jeffrey as well. Next up is the Comet. Probably another match or two before I definitely left a lot of damage on the board for the M24 that last battle. Come on, synchronize faster here. I'm trying to... I got the Comet coming up, and then we have a T110E3, Type 5, M5A1, and Object 140. I probably won't be able to get through all of them. I'll do a raffle after this battle here. I might actually put that battle up with the Sheridan, and I can always re-download it, and then do recording over it about why you cap. But most likely, even though it's towards the end of the stream here, you guys will see, unless Levi distracts me too much with playing, an Object 268 version 4 weak spot guide video coming up in the next say like 2 hours or so. But otherwise tonight I'll be back for Overwatch. That should be pretty interesting. I'll start out the first match most likely against quick play, but after that I'll play ranked. Hopefully I'll get enough matches in to get placed, but we'll see. Hello Andrew, hope you're feeling well. I'm tempted to just do a little spotting, but I don't know. we have people that can spot. It's just, do I think that they're actually gonna do it? Nope. None of them. It's the Comet, you know, it's not as fast as you might like. That's about all I'm gonna do though, because even this is a little bit too risky for me, being top tier. And they let their 2 lights across, which isn't the end of the world. That's nice to hear. I'm glad you at least could pop by for a little bit. I think maybe my next I'm starting to kind of toss around when I'm going to be swapping my stream schedule to when I get back to work full time. Maybe my next schedule will be a little bit easier for some of you guys to tune into. We'll see though. Every year I get like busier and busier, so like the slots to where I can stream get a little bit tighter. I'm a little bit concerned about going up here because those 2 guys stopped. Most likely they're not going to be much help if I get too far out here. And this is where APCR could come in handy, given it's a 85M. But yeah. This is the guy I did not want to fight off and face off against alone. Just the sheer difference in damage per shot alone just heavily tilts that in his favor. Be very nice though, still trudging up here, a couple guys. Save us a little bit of hassle in case this IS pops out. Oh Lord, what am I gonna get myself into here? This IS didn't move. He got a good shot on the IS, but yeah, I can't justify moving up anymore, especially at KV2. He's actually going to be able to potentially hit me. My only hope now is to run away, because I don't have the HP to fight right here. I'm not going to run away completely, but I can't keep poking with a KV2 and an IS. It'd be nice if our Artie could hit the IS. I know the KV2 and the T-3485M are easier shots, but if they can knock him out, that would be pretty big. Ooh, they're on our camp already. There goes our big guy. I guess it's now or never. Ooh, why are you stopping? I know there's an OI there, but it's either we win it now or we lose. We're not going to be able to... Crap. Crap. Why are you shooting the dirt gun? There we go. Unfortunately, you know, I guess lost. I have my driver out still. I chose to get my loader back, but it was a little bit painful shooting those 2 rounds into the dirt. Thank you, if I didn't already not have HP. Not like I was stopped right in front of him. He had a good 5 or 6 seconds to... I'm expecting at least one of them to probably spot the base. It doesn't look like it's going to be that way though, so I guess I'm going to start just chucking a couple rounds this way. There we go. I was gonna say, he was most likely in the same spot right behind those buildings, but... I feel a little bad throwing APCR at him, but... Definitely not moving out of my little hole here. So after this, I'll play the T110E3, and that'll probably be it for the stream today, judging by how long this match is going to take. Crap, they stunned me again. Yeah, I can't pull out in front of the AT-15A. I guess I'll try to help with the T-20. Never mind. Whoop, he actually spotted me. I didn't think so. Oh well. Or no, the Dicker Max might have been up further than I thought. Oh well. Did 1500 damage, but it's just... I like the comment a little bit better than the Cromwell, but at times the lack of damage per shot really comes back to bite you if you have to, like, fight against heavy tanks, or, you know, you're basically in a brawling situation, because you don't do enough damage per shot to really flip that to your team's favor. I've got an E3 up here. Let me start a raffle. And this might be the last match, we'll see. Sorry if I can't get to your tank request today. Which hello, Dean. Nice to see you. I'm glad you like the hippie stuff though, Andrew. You can thank Randall for that. Oh. Well, thanks for ruining it, Dean. At first, I'm like, what do you mean? That's about right, though. I only had, I think, one battle in it. Yeah. That one battle, actually, when I equipped it up today, I didn't have any equipment on it either. Well, I'm gonna head north. Fortunately, this is a two-flank map. For as much problems as World of Tanks has for map balance and design, it's just most of the maps, because it's the ones with two flanks only. Like, I know this isn't strictly a two-flank map, but most people and most of the fighting is just here. Or, you know, if it is a different type, they all just rush these two areas to where, you know, it's not good in practice, but we'll see. But, yes, the helmets, I have to go to the hardware store first. I need bolt cutters, honestly, to get, metal cutters won't act, like little snips won't work for what I need to get out of the other one. But that should be coming, sooner than later. I could have taken a hit at him, but, yeah. Staying out there, I'm just gonna get artied, and of course I got shot by the Strike 103B. But, you know, unfortunately this is gonna be my last match of today for tanks. I'm back tonight, 9 p.m. My time for Overwatch. Be a pretty fun stream to watch. I'll take a look at Discord shortly. I have the chat up for the live stream section, but I can't see any other. Can you guys please not forget that there's other lines there? Or not lines, other flanks. So many times people get sucked into there and they don't realize that they're just gonna get shot from the side even if they do end up pushing it. Just, do I think it comes down to whether I think this IS-4 is going to beat this IS-7. I'm going to lean with he will. Or, tough to say now. I guess I'm going to try to help him. Trying. At least I set him on fire. No fire extinguisher. Awesome. But he's dead. Yeah, I was about to say, I can't do the math that quick whether or not he'll actually burn out, but Type 5's aiming that way. IS-4. I'll go for the WZ here. Saving the best for last. Oh, can we talk about this? Please don't. Yeah. Take that. Well, yeah. The helmets are definitely real helmets I bought. Oh, Lord, I should have aimed in more there. Here goes a nice, juicy, easy penetration there because I didn't aim in all the way. Pretty good match so far, though. I'll probably put them in the chatbot shop, Randall, and or wear them from time to time. I just don't want to put them up right away until I need to make them a little bit more comfortable to wear. Specifically the one it's on the shelf behind me, kind of behind my chair, but Oh well, nothing else, but I got a little bit more damage than I thought I was going to get initially. Congrats, Andrew, on winning the raffle. I see on Discord now, Dean. Well, thanks for taking that screenshot, and I can save it forever. But I got a mastery badge 2nd class. Top damage. It was kind of an easy one, given that we killed the Type 5 and IS-7 up there fairly easily. But yeah, it was a pretty fun stream. Yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. Congrats, Floyd, on winning the challenge too, and thanks for the tips as well, Labobo and Grigsby. But yeah, as far as like the tank helmets I have, this one I have it's fairly set up. It's just it's a little, I need to tweak it a little bit. But the other one, I haven't really shown it off on the stream yet. I'm still fixing it up a little bit here. Is right, dog. I still need to fix the inside so it's a little bit. This isn't for you. It's a British one. It's a little bit newer, to where it's like a hard plastic. But I've got to make that a little bit more comfortable to wear. It's not a toy, no. But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. I'll be back later for Overwatch. Otherwise, my next stream for tanks is coming up Thursday morning. So, see you guys around. Have a nice day.